How's it feel, Jags fans? Another victory Monday for the Jags this season as they get a blowout win over the Jets yesterday. Welcome to Jags AM. I'm Kainani Stevens, Brian Sexton, John Oehser with us today. Whole lot to talk about after a very big 48-20 win over the Jets yesterday. Let's get into our big things brought to you by GEHA, Government Employees Health Association. Big thing number one has to be Trevor Lawrence, of course, has a career day yesterday. Throws for 5 touchdowns, runs for another one, had over 50 yards on the ground as well, just completely putting it all together. Liam Cohen talked about what he's seen from Trevor the past couple of weeks.
You could feel it, though, like throughout the weeks, the last few weeks especially, that he's continuously gaining more and more confidence, continuity, and chemistry with the guys that he's playing with. Executing the plan, but also then, again, I mean, he had a ditto play. I mean, from last week, the rollout to his left across his body, 0 blitz, same exact kind of play that we actually were running as last week to Tim Patrick. So, again, that's him being special. That's him being a football player and making a play. So, yeah, I would say that he was one of his better performances that I've seen.
Brian, we've been talking the past couple of weeks. We're like, oh, is this Trevor's best game? Oh, is this Trevor's best game? Completely erasing all doubt, it was yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Listen, without a doubt. And we can assault you with numbers. There are so many statistics about where he's at. 6 touchdowns, though, a franchise record on one single game. It's unbelievable. But it felt, John, like he was playing with the Jets. You know, a guy that you used to cover, Bill Polian, the Hall of Fame personnel guy, used to talk about phases of a quarterback, and I don't remember all of them, but one is where, you know, he's just figuring out his offense, and then he's figuring out what the defense does, and, you know, then he's taking what the defense gives him, and then he's dictating to a defense. And it felt yesterday like he was in that 4th phase where he was just directing the entire game from the pocket. Poised, disciplined, determined, choose your adjective. Here's the number I will give you. 29 touchdowns. Only 3 quarterbacks in the NFL this season have accounted for more. He is playing great football.
Yeah, I think Liam Cohen said it best. He's playing at a high level. And Liam has not this year, you know, jumped over himself to praise Trevor falsely when he was playing bad. It wasn't like he was trying to build up his confidence early. So for him to come out and say he's playing at a high level, to praise him the way he did in terms of decision making is significant. For 3 weeks, we've seen him get better and better and better, trust his receivers more and more. This was already a good, reliable, steady offense. And in 3 weeks now, it's 9 touchdown passes, no interceptions. They're going downfield during all this, too. This is not just 5-yard completions. It's turning into an explosive offense, and he's turning into a big-time quarterback.
One of his most reliable receivers, maybe a little bit of a surprise. Our big thing number 2, Travis Etienne Jr. He's playing in a contract year. We've seen what he can do on the ground, but he had 3 receiving touchdowns yesterday, which was impressive. The first we've seen from a Jaguars running back. And Travis Etienne talked a little bit about what Liam Cohen's offense does to allow him to be so successful.
I've been just working in the shadow, just at practice, just catching balls and just doing it in practice over and over again. But this coach, he's got the confidence to go out there and call it, and I feel like that's the difference. He calls the plays, he wants to score a touchdown, and he gets the ball in the playmaker's hands, and he just have confidence in us. I mean, he sees it day in and day out, and him just calling the plays, giving him a chance to go out there and make those plays. Trev dialing up, throwing it, man. I'm just grateful that I'm on the receiving end of that.
Now, John, we'll be clear. Travis was very clear at the presser. He's always had good hands. They just now they're throwing to him so he can show off a little bit.
Yeah, hands were a little bit of a topic when he came into the league, meaning people really didn't know how good he was as a receiver because they didn't have to use him much as a receiver at Clemson. Look, we can talk all. It's very obvious if you watch this team how important Travis is on the field. What a pleasure he has turned into to watch, to cover. He's fantastic and entertaining on the podium. I don't know what his future is. Running backs are different. But he's turned into a player to me, Brian, who will be remembered by this franchise, no matter how long he's with them, as a really fun Jaguar, a really good, productive NFL player. I thoroughly enjoy watching and being around Travis Etienne.
And listen, we've talked since the first day of training camp about how important he's been and how good he has been. And I had he and Parker Washington, 1A and 1B as the MVP of this team. Now, Trevor just took that away in the last couple of weeks. But Travis Etienne, the 45-yard screen, the one down the Jags sideline, he made a move in there that, and I don't compare many people to Fred Taylor, but there was a jump cut at about the 34-yard line where both feet hit the ground in front of Azuria Thomas, the cornerback. And as Robert Hainsey gets Azuria out of the way, he explodes back to the sideline. Azuria maybe got a hand on him, maybe touched his hip. You can't quite tell, and he exploded, went off. It reminded me of Fred's 38-yard touchdown in the 62-7 win over the Dolphins, where he made guys miss and then just ran by them all. It was a breathtaking play that showed you what he's really capable of. John, I don't know what's happening with him either. You know, they drafted 2 running backs this year. Generally, with your cap, you let running backs go. I don't know if you can do that. I think maybe he's making a case that at least the franchise tag has to be considered to keep him around for another year. He is this team's, outside of Trevor, most important offensive player.
Yeah, Kai, I think that's a key thing with Travis is, I can remember in 22, his first year playing, he had some runs that he sort of pounded the ball on the ground afterward and said, I should have finished that. He's grown so much and become such a smarter runner, a smarter player. He's now a guy that when you get him the ball, sometimes with backs, you get him the ball and, you know, if you give it to him 5 times, they're going to get the most out of the play 3 times. Travis gets the most out of the play at such a high level and creates touchdowns where maybe they weren't going to be there. He's special.
Absolutely. I have no idea what this team looks like this year without him. He's played such a crucial role in many games that I've seen so far this year. So for me, very important on offense. Our final big thing today is going to be 10 because they've reached 10 wins. The team is 10-4, the first time since 2017 that they reached that 10-win mark. And Trevor Lawrence talked a little bit about playing with confidence and why he feels so good in this offense.
I think it's easier to do the more comfortable and confident you are in the system and just trusting what you see. And I think you're seeing that more and more the last few weeks and just playing fast. And that's always, you talk about the second play. Like the first play doesn't always go great, but that extending the play and the second play, you can still win. And we've had a lot of great examples of that the last few weeks. And guys continuing to work and get open and, you know, scramble drill. There's a lot of that.
Brian, we've talked a ton about the defense, rightfully so. That Chargers game, they were dominant, but the past couple of weeks it's been the offense. They scored touchdowns in the first 3 drives this week with Trevor clicking on all cylinders, but what's it mean, the significance of getting to 10 wins?
Well, you know, listen, it's only the second time since 2007 they've done it, so it's very significant for Jaguars fans to see their team in that strong position. It's meaningful. However, John, I think they might need to get to 13 to win the division. I mean, that's the position they're in right now because the Jaguars have won 5 in a row. The Texans are right on their heel. They've won 6 in a row. And when they look at the 2 teams, if they have identical records at the end of the year, I think you get to the 5th or 6th tiebreaker, and I think Houston wins it. So the pressure is on for this team to win 13 games, or at least one more than the Houston Texans. And the Texans this week, as the Jaguars go to Denver and play the best team in the AFC in one of the most difficult environments in pro football, the Texans get the Raiders at home. So there's a lot of pressure. And by the way, I love it, and I think Liam Cohen does too.
Yeah, it's for clarification, my understanding is if the Texans win out and the Jaguars lose to Denver, then Texans do win the division. But the way to fix that is not to lose, and I think that's what this team is thinking about. As far as 10 wins, Kai, it's a big deal because this team now has a chance to win 11, 12, 13 games. And guess what? 12 is more than 10. I didn't know this year if they could get into the couple of wins over double digits. I thought maybe 10. When you get to 12, when you get to 11, which this team has a chance to do, you're really, really good. And I think more than anything with this team, they've now shown fans this is what it's going to be. This is going to be the standard of Liam Cohen. And they've gotten there so much quicker than I thought they would. It's been a really impressive thing to watch, particularly over the last 6 weeks.
And when you consider that the 99 team is the one with the most regular season wins, they have 14. In 2005, they had 12. Jaguars have an opportunity to squeeze themselves up there with this team, and of course you defined by the postseason, to put their name, stamp it in Jaguars history in Liam Cohen's first year. Wow, is that impressive. I don't think anybody could have expected it.
I don't think so. Some elite company for sure. Stay with us here on Jags AM. A whole lot of highlights to go over when we come back after the break.
Frank Frangie here. When you want barbecue in Jacksonville, you want Bono's Pit Barbecue. You can find Bono's locations all around town and on game day at Everbank Stadium, because Bono's is the official barbecue of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Over 70 years of authentic Southern Pit Barbecue. We are the local barbecue joint in BBQval for generations of people in Jacksonville. Go to bonosbarbecue.com to learn more or call 904-880-8310 today. And remember, if you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
I'm Foye Oluwakin from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Driving distracted or under the influence is dangerous for you, and it's dangerous for everyone on the road around you. Ride with Do Not Disturb. That call, text, or social media message can wait. Choose your music before you turn the ignition. Anytime your eyes are not on the road ahead, you're distracted, so pay attention. Remember, drive high equals DUI. Plan ahead. Have a designated driver or get a ride home. Keep a clear head to see clear ahead, and let's get everyone home safely.
It's game time, Jaguars fans. This season, feed your fandom with the Jaguars sub from Publix, the official supermarket of your Jacksonville Jaguars. Wow! Sink your teeth into crispy chicken tenders, boar's head bacon, melted cheddar, sweet coleslaw, and smoky barbecue mayo, all stacked on a fresh white roll. Taste the hype only at Jacksonville Publix locations. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Before you break ground on any project, make sure to call 811 before you dig. Sunshine 811 is a free service to have underground utility lines marked before digging. For projects of all sizes, creating a game plan can save you time and money. Skipping the call could mean accidentally hitting underground utility lines, which can lead to injuries, expensive repairs, fines, and even service outages in your neighborhood. Let's keep everyone safe. Dial or click ahead. Find out more at peoplesgas.com/811.
The stadium bathroom line. It's like TSA and the DMV merged in the waters of rush hour traffic, and you're in it. No closer to the bathroom than you were 5 minutes ago. Just closer to, well, going to the bathroom. You know what actually takes a minute? Pre-ordering an Uber so no one drives impaired after the game. Take a minute, make a plan. Never drive impaired. Go to takeaminutenow.com. From Diageo, Mad, Uber, and the NFL. Please drink responsibly.
Jags fans, if you want customized Jaguars furniture for your home, check out zipchair.com to browse all the customizable options. Zipchair is furniture for fans.
Nah, not at all. I don't think I ever seen Trev like this. I feel like we won a national championship together, and I feel like he's just out there. He's on fire, man. Like, you seen it. He rolled out again, and he just kind of stopped and just parked us down there somewhere, and he launched it, and Parker made a great catch. So, man, I'm just grateful that I'm on his team, and the growth that I've seen through him, from him, man, it's just unbelievable, and it forces everybody else to step up their game as well.
Travis Etienne knows Trevor best at this point. I mean, they've been playing together almost a decade, but he says he's never seen him play better, including when they were playing for a national championship.
You know, it's amazing. We lose patience so quickly in this league with players that we decide guy can play, guy can't play, and we don't give them the time anymore to develop. And that's not my sentiment. Kevin O'Connell, the coach of the Vikings, said, we used to teach quarterbacks to play, just like we used to teach kids to swim. Now we expect them to jump in the lane next to Michael Phelps and win. I mean, it's a very high level of performance, and some guys just need a little bit more time. If he is where he was always going to get to, it was worth waiting for.
Yeah, and some of it too, credit this franchise this year for working very hard throughout the year to put the situation correct around him. I've emphasized the last few weeks, they have rebuilt and reshaped their receiving core on the fly. Parker Washington, all of a sudden, a huge part of it, barely played in the opener. Jacoby Myers is here now. Tim Patrick here now. Brenton Strange more involved. He clearly trusts what's going on around him, and I don't think you can underestimate that with Trevor.
And listen, Liam Cohen is going to point to the player, but I think all of us would say that he is being coached harder than perhaps we have ever seen him be coached. And the result of the coach and the quarterback together has created this 10-4 run and this opportunity into the playoffs. It's been fun.
Let it rip, Kai. Let it rip.
All right, let's start with Trevor letting it rip to BTJ early. We talked a lot about what BTJ brought to the pass game last week. We saw it very early in this game again because he just opens up the field and then I think what is great about him getting involved now is the confidence is back. You can see it, the way he's reacting. And this throw to me, I was like, how did he get this? I was like, there was a couple in this game where you're just like, that's just stupid. Like, I don't even know how that worked. But
this team does a great job at repping situations, and clearly that was a situation they repped. Red zone, they knew that play was going to be there. But look, the Jets aren't very good. But the throws Trevor was making yesterday, they're NFL players.
Right.
And the defense was fine on this play. He made a big-time read, big-time throw, and it was a confidence throw without question.
And BTJ had two others. There was one that was just outside his fingertips in the other end zone. He almost got there. And then there was the one down the field that would have been another 39-yard plus that he stumbled, that he got caught up with the defensive back.
Their legs,
I mean, he was on the verge of a massive day and just missed it by inches. But 3 receptions of over 30 yards in the last 3 weeks, a really good sign for where this offense is headed.
And think about what you're saying with Trevor, too. I forget his numbers in terms of completions, but there were 3 or 4 balls that he threw really well that just happened to not be caught. I don't even call them drops, but the defense was good. So his accuracy is also dramatically improving. I think that also is because he trusts the receivers.
Well, we're going to show it, I'm sure.
Yes, we are. Let's do one brief defensive play because most of this is offense, but just the getting the ball back as quickly as they did early in the game as well.
That was a big play.
This was, Trayvon every week, I feel like the past 2-3 weeks has been doing it, and it's just for him to get, I think it was a 6-yard loss is what it ended up being because of how quickly he got back there. And yes, some of this is on the Jets. You should probably block that guy, but Trayvon's physicality has come back and just his ability to make the play about him and getting there and making that fully about him.
You're talking about a guy with a brace on his left hand and a brace on his left knee exploding to his left to make a play. We've been saying it for a couple of years. The guy is physically, freakishly strong and athletic and powerful, and he is doing it playing at less than 100%. And that was a huge play because when they went up 14-0, you could just feel this thing was going to go the way that it did.
Mike Tomlin called him a wrecking ball a couple years ago, and that's what Trayvon is. He wrecks plays, force of will and physical ability, and smart player as well. He's really, really good.
Happy to have him on our team. Let's do a little more Trevor because why not? How about the scramble touchdown again? If you didn't already feel like things were going well, everything fell apart, and then this just very much reminiscent of Monday night when you're like, oh yeah, well, now he's going to score, of course.
When it's going your way, it's going your way.
Yes.
But I think there was some luck involved
Sure.
with a play like that. At the same time, he is playing and seeing things at a very high level. And as he mentioned, the offensive line's playing really well. Nobody open on this play. The protection broke down a little bit, but not so much that he couldn't function. And credit to him for having the vision to get it done.
6th rushing touchdown of the year for him. Amazing.
Absolutely love it. And then off the top, we heard both Travis Etienne and Coach Cohen talking about this play. I just call them dumb plays where you're like, it's just stupid. It shouldn't work. It should be a dumb decision, but it works. And you're like, how? Like, how? And he had one last week against Tim Patrick. Tim Patrick caught the ball. But it's absurd, John.
Well, it's absurd at the same time.
Unless you're good, and then it's great.
Preparation, luck, whatever it is. He saw the blitz coming and had the ability. And again, I think some of this is had the trust in Parker to know if I get it out there, he's got a chance to be there. Now that play probably works 20% of the time you do it, but it was a low risk play.
Right.
He didn't put himself in a bad situation and basically gave himself a chance to make that play. And when it's going well, that kind of play works.
Well, and let's not discount that he's healthy in December for the first time in a couple of years. Like that touchdown run that we just saw, where he was able to avoid Will McDonald and then outrun him and explode to the pylon. Last year, the year before, at this point of the season, he isn't healthy enough to throw off balance and put the ball where he put it. He probably puts it up and it gets intercepted. But because he's healthy and because he's powerful right now, that's a tough throw to make, and to put it in a spot where only Parker can get it. And of course, Parker would go get it because that's the player he's become this year. Having a healthy quarterback is really important in December.
Let's take a look at some of these Trevor to Travis Etienne touchdowns, because there were a couple of them. So when we talk about this combination, they've obviously played with each other for a long time, and they know each other well, but Travis Etienne's role in the offense has been impressive to me. These aren't just little, I mean, yes, there was a screen touchdown pass, but he's going out and getting it, Brian.
Listen, I just marvel. This was the guy who lost the ball on the goal line last year in Miami and struggled all season. And yet now he's making plays like this. Watch this jump cut right there. I mean, he is so confident on the football field. What a reclamation story this season is for him. And Trevor's the MVP. But man, he's one to be, because he is the guy that Trevor counts on the most.
Yeah, and I think Travis would tell you probably not a run he makes as a rookie. And I always emphasize this because he's talked about it some. How much better a runner he is, and how he had to change his game when he got in the NFL. Because in college, he said it a lot. Everything was easy. He just outran guys and scored. So he now uses blockers better. He uses vision better. He uses his moves better. I've said it over and over again in this show. Some guys you cover and you don't realize till late in the time you're covering. I really like watching this guy play.
You know, Tim Patrick told me in the locker room last week that when you're blocking for Travis Etienne, you never quit. And you see him in that play down the field with Oehser Cleveland just driving the safety off the ball. He could have said it once. He said it 3 times. It's a want-to thing, and the receivers here want to. He doesn't have the chance to get to the sideline without anybody coming near him if you don't have Oehser Cleveland and Tim Patrick running down the field and moving guys out of the way. It was a whole team effort.
And that's been the story on a lot of long runs this year.
And it's the buy-in on every play, too, and that's late in the game in a team where you're winning in a blowout, and to still see that buy-in and want to set up your teammates is really cool to see this time of the season. Stay with us. We have some hot takes for you coming up after the break on Jags AM.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Huddle up, My Gate Rewards members. Football is back. Celebrate with the Duval Meal Deal at Gate. Right now, grab a personal pizza and any 20-ounce Coca-Cola soft drink for just $4.99. No matter what combo you choose, this meal's the perfect play. Happening now through January 5th, 2026. See store for details. A deal that's a victory for every fan. Gates got you.
What's the best part about lawn care during the winter? You can give it a rest. Lawns only need watering up to once a week. Really, that's it. Using less water means you're saving time and money that you can put towards something else. Before you run your sprinklers, remember, give it a rest and only water up to once a week. For more information, visit waterlessflorida.com.
Chelsea here. Ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors before the new year? During Renewal by Anderson's December sales event, buy one, get one 40% off. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months, it's never been easier to say yes. Renewal by Anderson's acclaimed impact windows are built for Florida, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable year-round. Offer ends December 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Are you ready for a taste bud touchdown? Well, Jags fans, if you're at the bank and craving a snack that's shell-shockingly good, look no further than Luray Peanut Company's boiled peanuts. Picture this, you in the stands, cheering on your Jaguars, and in one hand, a bag of piping hot boiled peanuts. With original or Cajun to choose from, they're so delicious, you'll wonder where they've been all your life. So grab them while they're hot and get back to the game. And as always, Duval. Blu-ray boiled peanuts, where every nut is a winner.
The moment you drop off donations at a North Florida Goodwill, your things start new lives. A donated jersey helps someone suit up for success through education and training. A pair of old cleats helps a job seeker step confidently into new career opportunities. Every donation fuels Goodwill's mission to provide education, training, and career opportunities, removing barriers to employment and building brighter futures across our community. To find your nearest donation center and learn more, visit goodwillnorthfl.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
Jags AM brought to you by Firehouse Subs today, specifically our hot takes.
Man, it's a lot of fun. You look around, everybody's always flying around smiling. That's one of the things that you really want to see amongst players on the field, is having fun. Like you in your natural habitat, we're just out there playing ball, having fun like we're little kids.
I think we're all having fun right now. 10 wins for this team. Feels good. 70-something degrees in December yesterday. It's a beautiful day to be out there.
Yeah. So let me turn it down a little bit.
No.
Just slightly. Listen, it's too easy to point out everything that's good when there's that much good. But there were a couple of plays yesterday where I thought the Jaguars could be better, and that's my hot take. They can be better. They have to be better because you're going to the number one team in the AFC and what I think is the most difficult place to play in December in the NFL. And you can't have the mental mistakes. Liam Cohen talked about his theme last week was, being mature and preparing. Well, you got to be mature on the field as well. And Greg Newsome, that was a stupid penalty on the sideline over there. He was standing on the boundary and got into it with the receiver. Brian Thomas Jr. on the goal line, and then Mason Smith just wouldn't stop when he was out there. And you think, well, okay, those are 3 penalties, 45 yards, but Greg Newsome's resulted in a field goal, and Mason Smith's resulted in a touchdown for the Jets. And Brian Thomas Jr. took the Jags away from third and less than a yard at the 5-yard line and made it 3rd and 17, and they ended up settling for a field goal. So it's a net 14 points that you essentially handed to the New York Jets. You can't have those kinds of mental mistakes. This team is taking a big step forward. But, it's kind of like your golf game, John. When you go from shooting 120 to 100, a couple of lessons and you get to that point, okay, you figure some things out. But if you want to go from 100 to 90, so from okay to good, man, you got to dial in on the little things. And those 15-yard penalties, they're easily avoidable by controlling your emotions, have got to be a part of it from this point going forward. And I'm sure that's a conversation point the head coach will have with those guys and his team this week.
Yeah, Denver will be won or lost on situations. And if you give away 15 yards in those situations, it's going to result in points like that. And 14 points on Sunday, this Sunday, will be the difference in the game.
Absolutely. What's your hot take for us?
I went with good team, good quarterback with great opportunity. And look, I don't know if the Jaguars will win the AFC or the Super Bowl. I know from watching them in the last couple of weeks they can. And I don't know if I'd have been saying that 5 weeks ago. But it's a team that if Trevor is playing this way, and if what we're seeing is real, and I have no reason to believe it's not after 3 weeks, this team can get there if it stays healthy. It's got to win in big situations. Right. It's not going to be easy, but absolutely they're one of the teams in the AFC that can win it.
Keenan McCardell, 1996. Why not us? I feel that way watching this quarterback. Why not us? And they went on a run, got to the AFC Championship game in their second season because they were playing good, Kai, and they believed in one another. And in that locker room yesterday and on those sidelines, you saw a team that is really good with a good quarterback, but they believe in one another. They're together. Liam Cohen has done an amazing job of getting this locker room to a spot where they can go and make a run at this thing. Whether they do or they don't, that's determined on the field. But it's hard not to argue that they can do it based on what we see.
I know these next couple of weeks are going to be fun. That is absolutely for sure. I'm looking a little forward thinking just a little bit because of the game that I saw yesterday from Travis Etienne. For me, Etienne is my top offseason priority. I'm not Tony Baselli, I'm not James Gladstone, but I can see what his role in this team has been this past year is everything they want when they say, this is what we want a Jaguar to be. Coming in, I don't think anybody expected Travis Etienne. He was even floated to be traded out. We've seen a lot of players from the past regimes head out of town. And he bought into this program. He's bought into every single part of Liam Cohen's offense. And early on in the season, when it was all the run game, they really couldn't get the pass game going. That was Travis Etienne that was winning those football games for you. Then yesterday, you see another part of his game where he has 3 receiving touchdowns, and he's showing his versatility and what he can do in this offense. And for me, we talk about his growth, John. You're talking about what he looked like before, what he looks like now. You say, oh, we can just draft a running back and he can kind of plug him in that role. He's proving that you can't just do that necessarily with a rookie guy. It takes some years to get to that point. And yes, I know he's a running back, and yes, I know it's kind of weird, but for me, that has to be a priority when you are building a core of a team that we have seen get to a point where maybe that we thought it'd be a soft rebuild. Certainly not. They've already got 10 wins. You're at a point where you're trying to compete. That's someone I want to keep on my roster.
Yeah, I would have assumed at the start of the season that he wouldn't be back next year. I don't know if he'll be back next year because for many of the points you made, running back negotiations are difficult and they're not as cut and dry as others. But I think what you said is best. It's got to be something that they work hard to figure out. Whether they can get there, I don't know, but I think it's much more of a priority than they believed it would be 6 months ago.
Well, listen, you both said that it's weird, and it is. The running back market is strange because teams draft their own. They don't overpay for that. So if Travis is willing to accept a fair number and not a market-busting number, but all it takes is one team to come in and say, we love him, he fits us, we're going to give that kind of a deal. Because remember now, the Jaguars, they want to keep Jacoby Myers for sure, right? And Brenton Strange is coming up for a deal at some point. And I don't know what they're going to do with Devin Lloyd. And you've got Trayvon Walker playing on the 5th-year option. I mean, you're kind of following it. And you want to keep Cole Van Lannon. I mean,
Parker Washington.
Parker Washington. I mean, so the number has to fit what the Jaguars think about their entire roster. It can't just be that emotional. We love him. We want him. Everybody wants this guy today. Everybody wants to keep him because of the kind of person and player he is. But it's got to fit a very specific puzzle on the board.
You know what I just did?
What?
I tagged you. Tag. You're it. You might tag him.
Oh, well.
Good point.
Ow. Yeah, listen, whatever that number is, I'm not advocating not getting him, but maybe you've got to find that tag too.
Running back numbers are not terrible usually,
Yeah.
so hopefully they could make that work, give themselves a little more time.
It could play its way into a real possibility.
Kick the can down the road. Good point of view. Come back after the break. We'll tell you what's going on the rest of the week.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
It's game time, Jaguars fans. This season, feed your fandom with the Jaguars sub from Publix, the official supermarket of your Jacksonville Jaguars. Wow. Sink your teeth into crispy chicken tenders, boar's head bacon, melted cheddar, sweet coleslaw, and smoky barbecue mayo, all stacked on a fresh white roll. Taste the hype only at Jacksonville Publix locations. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
The moment you drop off donations at a North Florida Goodwill, your things start new lives. A donated jersey helps someone suit up for success through education and training. A pair of old cleats helps a job seeker step confidently into new career opportunities. Every donation fuels Goodwill's mission to provide education, training, and career opportunities, removing barriers to employment and building brighter futures across our community. To find your nearest donation center and learn more, visit goodwillnorthfl.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
The kick is up. It's good!
Field goals for Firehouse Subs are back. That means when the Jags score from deep, you do too. Anytime the Jags score a field goal that's 40 yards or more, you can get a free medium sub with the purchase of any other medium sub, online or in the app for 4 days following the game. So cheer on the Jags, watch for the big kicks, and get your buy one, get one free medium sub at participating Firehouse Subs throughout Jacksonville when you use the app. The hottest subs in Duval. See firehousesubs.com for offer terms. Before you break ground on any project, make sure to call 811 before you dig. Sunshine 811 is a free service to have underground utility lines marked before digging. For projects of all sizes, creating a game plan can save you time and money. Skipping the call could mean accidentally hitting underground utility lines, which can lead to injuries, expensive repairs, fines, and even service outages in your neighborhood. Let's keep everyone safe. Dial or click ahead. Find out more at peoplesgas.com/811.
The stadium bathroom line. It's like TSA and the DMV merged in the waters of rush hour traffic, and you're in it. No closer to the bathroom than you were 5 minutes ago. Just closer to, well, going to the bathroom. You know what actually takes a minute? Pre-ordering an Uber so no one drives impaired after the game. Take a minute, make a plan. Never drive impaired. Go to takeaminutenow.com. From Diageo, Mad, Uber, and the NFL. Please drink responsibly.
Jags AM brought to you by Publix on Tuesday, December 16th. That's tomorrow from 5 to 6. Visit Publix at the shops at Marabella and St. Augustine. You get to meet LaQuint Allen Jr., Bashal Tootin, and Quentin Morris of the Jaguars. Jacksonville, the Roar members will be there as well. That's Publix at 84 Tuscan Way in St. Augustine. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
6 total touchdowns. TJ, 3 receiving touchdowns. 3 interceptions on defense. We asked you to come out and take care of business. Asked you to do that. Every time we get what we emphasize with this group. Every single time. You guys continue to elevate and raise the standard.
This was such a good offensive game. I forgot they had 3 interceptions in this game.
Yeah, they've got 18 on the season, which is second only to Chicago Bears, and they've got 26 takeaways. So they're still on track to be one of 4 teams in Jaguars history with at least 30 takeaways, and all of those have been good playoff teams.
Yeah, solid defense, and it's a team right now that has something different playing well each way, or something different standing out. Everybody's playing well right now. So 5 wins in a row in December.
I think 3 straight games with at least 3 sacks, so at least the pressure is starting to get home after a couple of weeks. Remember that Houston game, there was no pressure on Davis Mills, and since that moment, they've gotten that pressure ratcheted back up.
And everybody's getting healthy too, which we love to see. No major injuries, so that's something.
2nd week in a row.
I know. We love it. Stay focused with us this week. I mean, there's a huge game coming up. Obviously, we're taking on Denver on Sunday, so we'll be talking a ton about that on Wednesday and Thursday here on Jags AM. So until then, enjoy Victory Monday. We'll see you back here on Jags AM on Wednesday.